I want to thank you for joining me here today as we proclaim the month of May Huntsville Preservation Month, which also happens to be National Preservation Month. And we're honored to be taking part in this occasion and talking about preservation and placemaking and the reurbanization and adaptive reuse. And this is adaptive reuse. If you look around here, we've taken what used to be a school building and we mixed a lot of the old with the new, and working together, we've ended up with a building that makes us prosperous, sustainable, and gives us a healthier future. And it gives us a competitive economic edge on the nation. You've heard about our planning efforts to reinvest in the city's core, and it makes economic sense, and it makes our community more livable. Shorter commute times, the ability to walk and bike to where you work and where you play, reinvesting, reusing, reinventing, and recycling our existing neighborhoods is very important to us, and this is part of reinventing a city neighborhood. The reason we're standing here at Huntsville West Co-working, this is one of our best adaptive reuse projects in our city. The building used to be West Huntsville Middle School, and when the city built a new school, the property was going to be sold and possibly torn down. It was used as free to teach for a little while, wasn't it, Brandon?
Sure.
Yes, it was. The neighbors were worried about what was going to happen here. The whole community was. Michelle's back there. The community was worried about what would happen here. And an important thing happened here. We took this building, we reused it through ingenuity, imagination. We had a bright young guy come in and find a great use for it and look at it what it is today. That was Brandon Kruse. Brandon is an entrepreneur who had the vision of taking an old school and turning it into an incubator space for startup companies. I call it the flop house for innovation, but it really is a great place. You can't call it a flop house anymore because his mother came in and fixed up the place, didn't she?
That's right.
But this is where this place matters. This place matters is something that we're going to be highlighting over the next month and talking about preservation and talking about how we can take older buildings and reuse them and make them have a reuse, a re-life in our city, and make them, it's a sustainable effort, taking something that's old, making it new, and turning it into something productive. Everyone has places that are important to them, and everyone in this city has places that matter. So Places That Matters is a national campaign and encourages us to celebrate the places that are meaningful to our communities. To highlight these special places, I will present a This Place Matters Mayor's Award during the month of May to 4 businesses who have invested in adaptive reuses of older properties, places that were part of the fabric of our lives, places that we all have memories of. Today, I'd like to present that first Huntsville This Place Matters Award to Brandon Kruse for his outstanding contribution to West Huntsville by saving this school and opening it up to one of the next generations. And Brandon, here's your plaque that says, "This Place Matters."
All
Please
right.
come forward. And besides having given you a plaque, we want you to talk some.
Yes.
Tell us about your renovation.
Yes.
Thank you all for coming and hanging out with us today, friends and fam. This whole journey really started a few years ago when I just wanted to find a really big space that I could stuff all my friends into, give them a little bit of capital and guidance, and hopefully help them grow. And try to learn from them and kind of give them some of the lessons that I've learned over the last 10 years in my entrepreneurial career since I was 15-ish. And so far, it's just been great. We've really been just welcomed by the community with open arms, welcomed by the city. We couldn't have asked for more. And 3 or so years ago, I really fell in love with the economics of the building first. It made sense just to have a whole lot of square footage for a relatively cheap price. I didn't realize how much it would cost to run the building, but it's been great overall. And over that last 3 years or so, I've truly fallen out of love with the economics and in love with the building. Being a part of this community and a part of this area in Low Mill and seeing it transforming has just been mind-blowing. I think a lot of people, it's very tough to look at an object, look at a space, and see what it could be. And I'm actually really bad at doing that as well. But my mom and my parents, who helped me through everything, really had a good vision to help me go and execute this. And since then, teaming up with Antonio and Matt Jones to really take this to the next level, and it's just been fantastic. We're honored to be a part of this place, and we're very, very excited. Hopefully you guys can come down and check out kind of what we're up to. Being able to, on the adaptive reuse side, being able to see the school building for its original bones and see what it's transformed into. The space that we're sitting in now is a library. with stencils that were probably much older than I was. And we've had trays from the 1950s, which are much older than I am. It's just amazing seeing the history that's really in this building. We've had many teachers come by, staff, students. Our fire marshal went to school here. It's really neat to be a part of something that is much bigger than myself, that we are able to play a small role in and be a small piece of the puzzle. So we're very excited to continue going on forward, and are very honored to have this award and see the recognition of what we've been working on. So thank you very much. And I can either keep talking or I'll pass it over to Jesse. Either one.
Turn it to Jessica.
All right.
Good morning, and thank you all for joining me, or us this morning. I want to take the opportunity to say a special thanks to Mayor Battle, to our city council member, our local preservation folks, members of the Huntsville Historic Preservation Commission, our partners, which is the Historic Huntsville Foundation and Downtown Huntsville, Inc., and last but not least, Brandon Kruse and Antonio Montoya, for letting us use this space today and recognizing them during Preservation Month. My name is Jessica White, and I'm the Historic Preservation Consultant for the City of Huntsville. And I work with the Huntsville Historic Preservation Commission, as well as the City of Huntsville, to kind of push forward preservation citywide and help to educate the public about preservation matters across the city. This month, May, or coming month, is going to be Preservation Month, and I'm proud to say that Huntsville will be participating in its own special way. The National Trust for Historic Preservation spearheads the This Place Matters campaign, and it's as a means of drawing attention and support for our nation's historic places. Huntsville is going to be participating in this campaign and adding its own special little twist with This Place Matters HSV. This month is about recognizing our city's historic places. It's about recognizing and strengthening our bonds between our preservation partners and community members. And it's about coming together to preserve historic places for future generations. In a recent article entitled "Falling in Love with the Lombardo Building," city writer Mark McCarter had this to say: "I blame Jessica White, the City of Huntsville's historic preservation consultant, and the stories that I've written for her department and newsletter and this city's blog. They've caused me to start noticing old buildings. And Mark, I take full responsibility for that, and that's really, as a preservationist, what I seek to do and help my city do. That is to recognize and embrace historic places that we drive past, that we walk past, that we work in, that we live in every single day. And we want folks to be excited and intrigued by these historic places. We want them to find new and innovative ways to reuse and breathe life into these historic places. And that's the ultimate goal of Preservation Month. As part of our month-long celebrations, we'll have several wonderful events on tap. We'll begin the month with a tweet chat on May 1st at 10 a.m. This chat will give you the opportunity to ask questions and share ideas using the hashtag ThisPlaceMattersHSV. On May 16th, we will be partnering with the Historic Huntsville Foundation to bring you a very special preservation talk and panel discussion, featuring a presentation by Cheryl Morgan, who is the Emerita Professor of Architecture at Auburn University, followed by a panel discussion led by Ms. Morgan, Downtown Huntsville, Inc. President and CEO Chad Emerson, the City of Huntsville's Urban and Long Range Planner Dennis Madsen, and Vice President of Tourism Jennifer Moore for the Convention and Visitors Bureau. The event will be moderated by Donna Castellano, Director of the Historic Huntsville Foundation, and it's really just going to be a well-rounded event to have a discussion about preservation in our city and how it's moving forward. Finally, we'll be working throughout the month of May with Mayor Battle, with our city council members, to recognize historic places across the city. But we won't stop there. We invite community members and preservation leaders and organizations to join in. We want you to nominate and help us recognize historic places across the city that matter to you. So we ask that you share or nominate historic places and that matter to you by tagging us in Twitter with the hashtag ThisPlaceMattersHSV or posting to our Historic Preservation Commission's Facebook page. You can also reach out to me via email and nominate a place. So we really are excited about getting the community involved, getting our preservation leaders involved, and forming partnerships to help drive preservation in the city. Again, I thank you all for coming out and joining us this morning, and I can't wait to see what unfolds during Preservation Month.
Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate all the hard work that you do. We have 3 council members behind us. We have Mark Russell, who is our member on the Huntsville Preservation Board, and he is one of the staunchest fighters for preservation that we have. Mark, would you like to address us on this? Come ahead. Bill, this is your district. We have Bill Kling, who's his district, and Jeannie Robinson, who is the president of the city council. Come ahead, Bill. You be the spokesman.
Well, I'm proud to substitute for Mark Russell. I want to commend Mayor Battle because I think it's a great thing that his administration has done. They placed a great emphasis on taking what we have, such as this building. And my wife went to school here many years ago, and taking it and turning it into a beautiful facility. And this is one of numerous examples of what we have here in the city of Huntsville. But this is a great teamwork here in the Low Mill neighborhood. I see Michelle McMullen from the neighborhood. She's been a staunch advocate for this neighborhood for many years. We've got Brandon Kruse, who came in, rolled up his sleeves, went to work, and we've got the emphasis that Mayor Battle and his administrative team have put on this project here. And this is a great thing. We're proud of the wonderful thing that this means for West Huntsville, and also what this is going to mean throughout the entire city. So I think we're proud to be citizens of Huntsville, and this is one example of what makes Huntsville, Alabama, the special community that it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. This place matters, Huntsville. There's a lot of places in this city that matter. There's a lot of places that we have taken older buildings, we've repurposed them, and we're using them for great purposes, for economic purposes, to make our city a better place. This is one of the very special things we get to do. So throughout this month, we'll be putting out more This Place Matters awards. The council will be putting out This Place Matters awards, and the city, and we'll be doing it through the mayor's office also. And so it'll be a great time. Now, we have the honor of Brandon and Jessica are going to do a tour through here, and we hope that you can go on the tour, because this is, I was here before the remake, and this has been a total remake of this space, which if you had come into 2 or 3 years ago, you'd see a roof leaking, and you'd see a lot of other things that weren't so healthy in a building and in a building's life. And Brandon has taken this building back and made it into really a center of entrepreneurship and a center of innovation, and that's a great thing, a great story for our city. So to Brandon, I say thank you, and I say let's go on with the tour here.
Sounds good.
Good.